So, dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unicorn Battle Middle East and Africa. My name is Lena Yevtushenko. I'm head of Startup Battle Asia. Also, let me introduce my beautiful colleague, Anna Fedorova. Anna is CEO of Unicorn Battle. Anna, the stage is yours.
Hi, Lena. I'm so glad to greet everyone today at our Unicorn Events. Unicorn Events is the world's largest startup pitch contest, and I'm so glad that today we are in the Middle East and Africa, where the sun is, as we just realized, and where the most exciting regional startups are. Our event is happening thanks to our sponsors. We greatly appreciate Platinum sponsor Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, Golden sponsor Network VC California Seed Fund, and Silver sponsor VC House. Our event is the world's largest startup pitch competition by geography and the number of the events held already. And the winner of today's Unicorn Battle will participate in the Unicorn Cup finals on May 13th. So please mark the date in your calendar. It will be a great happening with VCs and prominent startups from all over the world. And of course, you can watch all our events on the YouTube. Please subscribe to our channel to get all the latest news, successful startups, introductions to the decision-making people, and much, much more. Subscribe to our channel. And I would like to share the news that this season we are doing great, as always, discovering prominent startups and exciting innovations from 125 countries of the world. We have guests from all over the world. We do live broadcasts in YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Join us. Apply to our big live pitches. If you're a startup, join us. If you're an investor, a business angel, or a guest, we are always glad to see you at our events. We have been doing our events for 12 years already, have done more than 250 of them, and plan to do much, much more, because this season, we have really great achievements. More than 274 million were fundraised by the startups that pitch at our events. And we do really great match because we invite really decision-making people to the audience and to the expert board. We have top investors, business angels, representatives of the leading corporations. So join us for our events. We have been all over the world with our battles, and what is more, we are doing, starting this year, Unicorn Pitches. That is local events for local startups and local investors. So if we haven't done this in your city or your country, please reach out to us and we'll talk about it in person. We would love you to be our partner for doing our unicorn events in your region. And let me introduce who we are. We are a smart ecosystem that consists of various software solutions and internet platforms. And Startup.Network is a marketplace for startups, businesses, investors, and service providers. Network VC is our seed fund. Sci-Fi Acceleration Program, Unicorn.Events, the world's largest online startup pitch contest. VC House, a closed online community and network created exclusively for the VCs, where they can exchange deals they participate in as lead investors. Network Investments, meeting point for investment banks, startups, and businesses. And Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, a special structure that allows business angels to invest into the best startups with small checks through syndicate deals. If you're a VC or a business angel, invest with us. Join us and let us know when you have discovered a great deal, and we will support you with our investments. If you are a startup, our ecosystem opens great opportunities for you, helping to succeed and become leader in your industry. Dear startups, get in contact when you are fundraising, and we will also pitch in. We have great opportunities for you. And of course, we welcome partners that can explore business opportunities with us and become really global. please contact me directly. Contact our event managers, and I would love to do a personal meeting with you. And that was all from my side. And right now, I'm really glad to return the floor to our wonderful hosts for today, Lena and Kate, who gathered us together for this great battle. Middle East and Africa. Let's see what they have for us. Lena?
Hi, Anna. Thank you so much. And let's start from Kate. Kate will schedule with us our partners. Kate?
Yes, thank you very much, Lena. I'm glad to welcome you at our second Asia battle in this spring season. Hope that this one will surprise you with the great ideas and real attractions. For sure, we would not have coped today without the help of our loyal and new partners. Today they cover several continents and different countries. I really recommend you to check their websites and social media to find many opportunities for fundraising for startups and funding in the great ideas. And now I think we will return the floor to our judges.
Yeah. So, guys, before we will start the pitch competition, please greet our honored judges who volunteered the valuable time to our event today. Dear judges, please introduce yourselves and funds you represent shortly for 1 minute, pointing out the industry, check size, state, and geographical location of startups you invest in. Please, let's start from our CEO, Alexander Soroka. Alexander, are you with us today?
Hello, Lena, thank you.
Hi.
Yes, our network VC syndicate fund usually invests from 100 to 500K. We are industry agnostic, we are geographically agnostic, and we prefer to invest on late seed around 8 stages. Thank you, Lena.
Thank you so much, Alexander. Great to have you with us today. So, guys, who would like to be the next one? Yes, please.
Go first, Lena.
Yes, please, Lisa. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Great to see you too, Kate. Everyone, I'm Lisa Salud. I'm the general partner of R3I Ventures. We are a deep tech cross-border impact fund based between Singapore, Luxembourg, and Silicon Valley, with team on the ground in both Tel Aviv and Australia. We are looking for deep tech companies that have the potential to go global, and we generally invest 500 to 2.5 million at pre-series A and beyond. Really looking forward to seeing the startups today. Thanks for the invitation.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Frederick. I'm working for Maersk Drilling in Copenhagen, Denmark, as head of innovation scouting. We are looking for startups globally, not only within oil and gas, but also in new energy, clean tech, in a wide scope. We are investing also in startups ranging from 100,000 up to $1 million. So looking forward to today and seeing all the great startups. And I'd love to hand over to Gary Fowler, actually, to the always amazing judge. Thanks.
Yeah, great to be here. Great to see everybody. My name's Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur and investor. I've done 17 companies. I've been involved in 2 unicorns on the original management team of Click Software, sold for $1.35 billion, and also eva.ai, an AI HR tech company I started with Dr. David Yang 5 years ago. Now a unicorn. Love quantum computing and artificial intelligence. I've written 127 articles on AI and quantum over the last little over a year, actually. So we have 2 pieces. One is we have GSD Labs. That's an early stage accelerator. We invest up to $150,000 there. And then GSD up to $3 million. We do focus a lot on Africa. We just came back from a trip to Nigeria, working a lot in Zambia, South Africa, Rwanda, Uganda, etc. You can see incredible opportunities. Our belief is intellectual capacity is evenly spread, but opportunities aren't. And we're out there mining for those incredible opportunities. Thank you. Thanks, Fred.
Gary. Thank you, Gary.
Yep, thank you.
So, next one, please, guys.
Hi, everybody. My name is 𝐸𝐭𝐮𝐳. I'm based out of Ghana, and I work for 𝐛𝐥𝐞𝐞𝐝. We basically invest in the tech area, clean tech, health tech, agri-tech, ed tech, and so on. Our check sizes are normally $500,000 to $5 million. And we invest primarily in Kenya, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Ghana, and South Africa. Thanks for having us on here.
Thank you so much, Jan. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Jamal Al-Akkad from Saudi Arabia. Previously, I was a founding member of Saudi Aramco Entrepreneurship Center, and the last position was the change management head for the IPO project of Saudi Aramco. Recently, currently, I'm heading 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐬𝐬 CSP in Dubai, helping in attracting those SMEs, mainly in high tech, to get into the GCC area, mainly in Saudi Arabia and Emirates. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome. So next one, please, guys.
Hi, this is Ohad from Israel. How are you?
Hi, fine. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm a managing partner at Ottopia Agri-Food Technologies. We invest both in Israeli research institutions and in startups. So at this point of time, we invest only in Israel, but we are focusing our second fund that we are now starting to raise for. We'll be also investing outside of Israel. Our ticket size is from $350,000 up to $2.5 million. We invest as an impact fund in technologies that can improve the sustainability along the supply chain of food from the genetics to the plate. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for the invitation, and I wish all of you success.
Thank you so much. Great to have you with us today. So, next one, please.
I'm happy to go next. Hello, everybody. I'm Jake Booker from Investville. We're an early stage technology VC based out of Sydney, with an office in Singapore as well. We take an industry agnostic approach, ex-biotech. We're business model agnostic, and we're geography agnostic as well, but with a focus on the Asia Pacific region. We invest in the seed and pre-series A stages, both out of a fund that writes checks between 250 and 700,000 Australian in the first instance, and out of a club that is a discretionary vehicle that has written on up to $5 million plus in previous rounds. And it's a pleasure to be here and great to connect.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I guess I can go next. How you doing?
Yes.
Hello, Gary. Good to see you again. I'm also a managing partner at Ripple Venture Capital. We lead seed investments across Africa and high growth science and deep tech companies, focusing on aerospace, applied AI, biotech, and industrial automation. Seed checks are about 300,000 to 400,000, and then we'll do pro rata and Series A as well. Great to be here.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Who would like to be the next one? John, are you with us?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. My name is Crazy John from Japan. I love being here. Thank you so much, Lina, Kate, Anna, Alex, for inviting me again. I love to see everybody here. Hope all your families, friends staying safe, happy, and also being crazy. So best luck for your pitches. I'm a director of Startup Grind Fukuoka in Japan, and the official columnist of Forbes Japan. Personally belong to 2 angel groups in Silicon Valley, Harvard Business School Alumni Angels, and Life Science Angels. Mainly focus on life science and med tech, health tech, senior tech, and
Thanks so much, John. Nice to meet you again. Thank you. So, who would like to be the next one?
I see pretty raised hand.
Oh, I'm back. Well, how come? What? Only me was disconnected, or everybody?
Yeah, only you.
Only me. Wow. Okay. So Yeah, sorry again. So closely working with many investors looking for deep tech, health tech, med tech, senior tech. So best luck today, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. Welcome. So, next one, guys.
Hi, guys. I'll go next. Hi, everybody. It's Angelo here from AI Startup Incubator based in Czech Republic. Guys, we invest in early stage startups, so seed and pre-seed stage with tickets that span between 50,000 euros up to 1 million euros. We have an industry agnostic approach because we invest in startups that deploy artificial intelligence technology only. And our geographical approach is also agnostic, so we are able to invest in startups that are seemingly coming from all over the world. As always, thanks for having us on board on the Unicorn event and looking forward to see the startup speech. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Angelo.
So Preeti.
Yep. Namaste from India. My name is Preeti Chaudhary and I am the founder of LinkedIn Local India. Ticket sizes up to $150. I represent some angels and some funding companies looking after their interests in India. Sector agnostic, geography primarily India at the moment, but looking for collaborations everywhere else. All the best to everybody participating today. It's great to be back. Thank you, Lena, Kate, Anna, and Alex for having me back. Looking forward to hear exciting pitches and see what the day throws at us. So thank you very much and have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, Preeti. Welcome. So, guys.
Well, I could go there.
Yes.
Hi all, my name is Slava Pedlisny. I'm a managing partner of Network Investments, which is a part of Startup.Network Ecosystem. What we do is actually creating a community of investment bankers and investment professionals, so we could more easily go global and enlarge our deal floors, exchange deals, and so on. So if you feel that this is something that could be of your interest, then please let me know. And really waiting to see great speeches. So good luck for everyone.
Thank you, Slava. Welcome. So next one, please, guys.
Hi, this is Keith Herman from IPA Equities. We're based in Los Angeles. We invest in innovative and disruptive technologies layered, for example, blockchain and AI. We are industry agnostic, geographically agnostic, very agnostic in a lot of respects. Like to be open-minded, but we do like layered technologies that have potential to scale exponentially and globally. Check sizes are between 2 and 10 million. Good luck to everybody.
Thank you so much. Welcome. So next one, please, guys. Yes, please.
If nobody wants to be next.
Okay, so let's continue. So guys, before we will start the hottest part of our event today, let me explain you some details about our voting system today. So dear judges, to start voting, you have just to click the link you have got on mail, and you will be redirected to the event page, our event page. You have to scroll the page to the startup section, and you will see the logos and marks beneath. You have to put marks depending on investment potential from 1 to 5, where 5 is the highest mark and 1 is the lowest. So you have just to put marks without any confirmation buttons. So also you could change marks before the voting will be closed. If you will need some help, please let us know in chat. Our support team can advise you. Next information is for our dear attendees. So dear attendees, you have a great opportunity to support our participants too. For it, you can just register at our event page and give your like to your favorite startups. They need your support so much. And
I just add that each founder will have 3 minutes for pitch and 3 minutes for Q&A. We recommend not to mention any fundraising out loud because we are broadcasting all over the world and some countries may have restrictions in this regard. If some judge asks you about the money, you can answer him in public chat to all our attendees and panelists or in private chat also here on Zoom. Based on the results of online voting, one startup will be chosen as the winner of today's battle, and he or she will represent their region at the Unicorn Cup on May 13. So let's not waste the time and start. Please meet our first startup, Ottopia Technologies from Israel.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Jess. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, today is Independence Day in Israel. And I figured what's the best way to celebrate Independence Day than talking about Ottopia. I assume I have 3 minutes, correct?
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. So at Ottopia, we deal in universal teleoperation. And the problem is that we're looking to solve is that autonomy, self-driving vehicles, is truly a difficult challenge. And the reason is there are edge cases, situations where the autonomy does not know what to do and it needs help. And so our solution is to enable autonomous deployment through teleoperation, which is where a human can monitor and control an autonomous fleet and handle these edge cases on an as-needs basis. The result is that you can reduce drivers and increase safety. We want to bring about the worldwide transition to safe and affordable vehicle technology autonomy through teleoperation. And this is relevant for every vehicle type across the board. You have public roads vehicles, which is the standard autonomy thought, like shuttles and buses and taxis, but also off-road, yard trucks, tractors, and forklifts, and truly off-road, not just private facilities like mining, construction, and agriculture, landscaping. The current market that's available is quite large, but obviously it's going to grow as the autonomy market grows as well. And the way the technology works is quite straightforward. You have hardware and software on the vehicle side, transmitting a live video feed to the operator, the teleoperator, in a remote location. That individual can see the situation, assess it, and decide how to handle it, be it through assistance or actual driving, because teleoperation doesn't have to be hands on the wheel, and I'll explain what that means in a moment. Certain countries already understand that teleoperation is mandatory. If you want to operate an autonomous vehicle on public roads, you need a driver, but it doesn't have to be in the vehicle, and these places understand that. We plan to have a go-to-market strategy. Our go-to-market strategy is to be involved in OEMs and manufacturers, autonomy companies, to be embedded with them, and as they scale, we scale with them. Now, what I mentioned about the controls, on the top left side, you can see a teleoperation station with the driver hands on the wheels, but the bottom right side, you can see that you can choose paths and allow the vehicle to control itself, but with guidance. Because you need dynamic compression, network optimization, safety systems, and cybersecurity in order to have proper teleoperation. Something that's tested by BMW, 𝐼𝐬𝐬𝐬, 𝐸𝐳𝐬𝐬, Deutsche Telekom, and all because of a stellar team. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So let's start our Q&A session. Dear judges, any questions from your side? Or feedback?
Maybe I can ask a question. I'm really keen to understand where that early market traction is today and where you see it going short term.
Certainly. Currently, we already have pilots and deals signed with an autonomy company. I can't name the name, but it's literally something that's going to go public any moment now. 𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬 deals in the tractors and airport primarily. That's their work. The Horizon 2020 project is for a autonomous heavy industrial vehicle. There's a last mile delivery company that we're working with in China, an autonomous shuttle company in the States. We're really trying to cover all the different verticals because the beauty of teleoperation is it doesn't need to be region or vehicle specific because it's the driver who makes the difference.
And have you measured your impact? I mean, the inclusivity of your offer in being able to include older workers and pregnant mothers and all kinds of things as a teleoperator is a very significant value proposition. Have you been able to quantify that?
It's not something that we've had the opportunity to test in a commercial sense, but there's absolutely no reason. It's definitely something that we've considered because many times someone can't be a trucker, but if they can be an autonomous teleoperator and handle an edge case on an as-needs basis, sure, you can be, work part-time or whatnot, and it does enable a much larger workforce option.
Really interesting. Thanks for your time.
Any other questions, guys?
Hi there, it's Angelo here.
Yes, please, Angelo.
Yeah, I would like to understand what are the feedbacks that you have been getting from the potential clients that you have engaged discussion so far, and what are the main challenges that you see in trying to let them adopt your solution?
The main challenge at this stage is if there are particular technologies, hardwares, or softwares that are critical for customers that we need to work to integrate with. So far, albeit there have been some challenges, there have not been any customer hardware or any hardware types that we haven't been able to integrate with. For example, we recently finished integration and to work with the NVIDIA Drive ecosystem. We're already part of the Jetson robotics ecosystem, and that was honestly it took a bit of work, but currently we're there, and so far every piece of hardware that we've had to work with has been integrated. It's just a bit time consuming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jess. Great pitch.
Who do you see your main customer segment today?
So our main customers today, I can't say names yet, but automotive, autonomy, tractors, last mile delivery, and autonomous shuttles, I would say, are the main verticals at the moment. However, I can say that recently I had a conversation with an autonomous lawnmower company, and they're super excited, and I imagine that project is going to move forward very quickly. So it's a flexible market for us.
Thank you. Continue on chat. Thank you, Jess, again. Let's move on with our second participant, Aromatic from Turkey. Hazal, are you ready? Or just unmute yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone from Turkey.
Hi.
Dear organizer and investors, I'm glad to be here. Let me share my screen. Yes, it's Hazal. I'm founder of Aromatic, and I launched my company 2 years ago. And my project is related to fragrance advertising. We are working on advertising sector in Turkey, just Turkey right now, and with specific fragrance. We affect the people with specific fragrance, brand fragrance, and we affect the people with fragrance, and we help the brands to increase their sales and brand recognition with their fragrance. And this unit belongs to outdoor film, but top of unit is our device. So as you can see, the unit consists of 2 parts, and our team We are 3 people in our team, and I make sales and make special agreements and collaborations with the companies, like get permission to put our device, as you can see on page. And my friend is engineer and software programmer, and we just produced a device which works with special software and design. And then we supply fragrance from a fragrance company. They produce fragrance based on brand samples, like coffee, but Nescafe, and detergent, but Ariel detergent, or chocolate, but Nestle chocolate, specific fragrance, not general. And we combine device and fragrance for outdoor campaigns. And we also make measurements and targeting with specific sensors, like moving sensor and like gender target. And there were no measurements and targeting in advertising sector, but this way we can. Our solutions are not only attract attention, but also measure and targeting as advertising sector by this way in Turkey. And we work with Domino's, and we get prize with this project, and we realize Domino's pizza fragrance with secret, and we place the device near the Domino's brand, and we get the prize. Then we work with Chanel. We gave the sample person instead of fragrance in Sephora in Turkey. This project combined by digital and outdoor models, and that's all. That's all.
Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to ask you about your program with the Domino's Pizza.
Yes.
What are the results of this program?
Yes, we use this three days and 1 minute, and we affect 1,000 people in 3 days. And we place 6 minutes near the Domino's branch because of affected people. The people can get easily Domino's pizza.
Mm-hmm. So, do you plan to repeat this program?
Yes, of course. We are working other brands like L'Oreal and other brands to make like that, but they are going on. We keep on selling.
Okay. So guys, any other questions? Yes, please. So Hazal, what is the stage of your project now? So
yes, we are going to sell in 3 years.
And what we have now?
Yes, we solve 2 projects, and we keep produce new ones because all brands need other and different solutions, and we produce what they need.
And what's the price of the launch of this program with one brand?
Price? For price?
Yes.
In Turkey, name of price, award.
No, I mean, what's the price to launch your program with, for example, my brand?
Okay. In Turkish lira?
In dollar.
Okay. I will say in Turkish price because it's changing with calculate dollar because of transaction cost. Anyway, in Turkey, 2,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 Turkish lira is changing by device or location or amount.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hazal.
Thank you.
So guys, let's continue. Bye. So Kate, let's continue.
If our judges don't have questions, move on to Structure Plus.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. To the folks at Unicorn.Events and fellow investors. So my name is 𝐿𝐬𝐬𝐬. I think the screen is shared as of now. So I'm 𝐿𝐬𝐬𝐬, co-founder and CEO of Structure Plus, a construction tech AI startup that saves money for construction firms by optimizing the structural model using AI. So what is a structural model, to go really quick? A structural model is basically the skeleton of a building holding everything in place. And it's usually made of materials such as steel, concrete, or timber. And the problem that construction firms are facing as of now is usually a structure consists of 20 to 40% of the cost of building. And reducing that cost is an objective. It takes a lot of time to give that design to a human engineer in order to optimize it and use less material. There's also various different options and alternatives to actually optimize this and to go greener. So our solution is basically our groundbreaking technology consists of artificial intelligence, optimization algorithm, and cloud computing in order to optimize the structural design of a building and save money, time, and the planet in the meantime. So our dashboard is quite simple. So our clients, which are construction firms, upload their structural design, they choose the materials, there's a set of parameters that the engineer has to input. The optimization starts, and that's how the magic happens. And so far, we've optimized, our average optimization rate has been 17%. So comparing to human engineers, an AI can do this job in a couple of hours rather than a few weeks and even months, depending on the size of the project. There's thousands of different possibilities where a human can only find a few. AI goes to 1,000 different possibilities. And the optimization rate is insane compared to human engineers, which achieve 1, 2, 3, 4%, and AI actually goes up to 30%. So our revenue model is quite simple. We take 5% of the amount that we save for our customers as our fee. And so far, we've done 35 pilot projects. We saved nearly $3 million of our clients' money. And as I said, our average optimization rate till now has been 70% and counting. So our pilots so far, our projects has been in the commercial buildings, industrial buildings, and residentials in Dubai, Middle East, and Australia. And the market is actually really tempting. Based on a report by McKinsey, there's a $1.6 trillion of optimization potential in the construction scene. And our SOM is $60 billion in North America, which is basically steel and concrete structures that we can tackle. Our customers are basically real estate developers that own their own construction arm, design team, construction firms, and developers and builders that actually want to win bidding wars, which they could use Structure Plus as an unfair advantage. Our team consists of serial entrepreneurs, PhD in civil engineering, and AI experts, and experts in scaling products with cloud. And thank you for your attention. We challenge any human engineer around the world to actually beat us. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. I would love to hear your question.
Thank you. Thanks for being on time.
Okay, so it's time to ask questions, dear judges.
So what's your plan to scale the business?
Yeah, so actually scalability is actually one of our top priorities as of now, because every region, even in the States, they have their different construction codes. So for example, California has a different code than Colorado, and implementing this code has been a challenge for us. So what we do is we actually, using machine learning, we actually speed up this process in order for our AI to actually understand what different construction codes does. And so far, we've been actually, we engage in direct sales, content marketing and PR, and LinkedIn ABM. This has been actually the method that we've gone so far. So with partnering with different accelerators, we actually can access different construction firms, which we can get pilot projects, and the more projects we get have been actually more useful in getting different companies on board.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Hi there, it's again me, Angelo.
Hi, Angelo.
Hi there. So the construction industry has not been the most innovative one, and when we look in terms of legislation, it's quite rigid, and usually the deterministic approach is the preferred one. right? Because the stakeholders want to see exactly why a decision has been made. Now, what are the challenges that you see forecast and you have been getting feedback regarding the fact that you are attacking this market using a probabilistic approach instead?
Yeah, so very valid point, if I've understood it correctly. So basically, the first question that comes up in this sense is the optimized version actually safe? Would this go to the authorities and everything else? So what we do, we actually run third-party apps in the background as we use cloud computing as an infrastructure. And we use analysis software, which they double check everything using the machine learning with the construction code, with the local construction code and local laws, and they double check if there's any red flag. And then we give it to the engineer themselves. We have them double check everything, so they could actually sign it off. But obviously, we double check everything as well using software and our local engineers as well. And that's how we ensure that if the process is actually fine and will get authorized at the end for construction.
Mm-hmm. And in which country have you tested this process?
So Dubai, Iraq, Iran, Australia, and we're actually getting a new client in Canada.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Angela. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so Kate, let's continue.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for great pitch.
The next one is App Technologies. Michael.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Okay, can you see my screen?
No, waiting. Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay.
Start and good luck.
So I'm Michael. I'm the founder and CEO of Pick Me Up. So at Pick Me Up, we are merging everyday personal needs into a digital platform for emerging markets, starting with mobility. So the transportation industry today is fragmented and filled with a lot of issues. Emerging markets lack a scalable solution for mobility. The traditional taxi solutions are inefficient, fares are opaque, drivers' information and backgrounds are unclear, presenting safety problems. So that's where we come in. We take an innovative approach to solving mobility challenges by providing a safe and affordable on-demand mode of transport with lower service fees for drivers, making drivers' earnings strong and lowering our cost of supply acquisition while increasing retention. Our immediate addressable market, which is Nigeria, is massive, underpenetrated, and fast-growing. Nigeria has the largest economy and largest population in Africa. The total addressable market is $69.8 billion with 7.7 million active users in Nigeria alone. Our new super app, which is currently under development, will be launching soon to unlock new growth verticals like food deliveries and payment solutions. Long term, we are going to be much bigger than a rideshare platform. By providing a range of on-demand services, our platform will be able to provide different value adds to our customers. Now, we've had a lot of success to date. Currently, over 50,000 plus people rely on our app to move around their cities, and we have completed over 70,000 happy rides. We have been named among the top 15 startups to watch globally in 2021 by Startup Grind. All of these metrics have been achieved without funding. Now imagine what we can do with your support. Our main competitors are Uber and Bolt. However, insider knowledge of the sub-Saharan African market gives Pick Me Up an unfair advantage to scale rapidly. Our business model is very simple. Pick Me Up matches drivers with passengers and takes 15% commission on each transaction. The team and I have complementary experience in this space, and we know how to make 1 + 1 = 3. Our CEO, Balomi, has most recently worked in Uber and Bolt and has spent the last 5 years building marketplaces in emerging markets. We are raising $1.2 million that will go toward geographic expansion, product development, and robust marketing campaigns to help us reach these goals. If you are an investor and our business and mission to digitize society resonates with you, let's have a conversation. Thanks.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for great pitch.
Thank
and
you.
Time for questions.
Can you explain the differentiation between your firm and Uber?
Okay. So apart from being able to provide the most affordable ride currently, we have a better understanding of the market terrain where we currently operate. So right now, customers on our platform, they enjoy better affordable rides, while the drivers on our platform are able to get better earnings on our platform on each ride that they make, because we charge 15% commission on each ride, as opposed to Uber that charges 25% commission and Bolt's 20% commission. So other than that, we have been able to offer drivers greater flexibility over their earnings. So we have built a wallet system in place that allows drivers to be able to pay themselves. So, and drivers do not need to wait for weekly payouts with no flexibility offered by Uber and Bolt, which leads to drivers prioritizing cash trips and resulting in cancellation of car trips. So with our wallet system in place, drivers can top up at will and effectively pay us our commission on each ride. So they can also request for a payout of the accumulated funds, which can be processed within 48 hours. So what this means is that we have been able to give drivers greater flexibility over their earnings, right? Then also we have also built a live chat support system that allows us to handle queries quicker than our counterparts that you just have to, all you have to do is to raise a support ticket, right? And then you have to wait till anytime anyone answers your ticket from Netherlands before you get your issues resolved. But with Pick Me Up, you can just log into our app and right there you start chatting with somebody in real time to have your queries resolved, right? Then one major advantage we have is a central dispatcher platform, which we have on our system. So that allows us to take rides, bookings from customers over the phone. Then we effectively deploy, dispatch the drivers to those customers using the central dispatcher platform. So that way, those customers that are unable to, that are simply not interested in app or do not have a smartphone, they are still able to enjoy our services because we are now booking the ride on their behalf. So Pick Me Up was built with emerging market in mind, unlike our foreign counterparts that they were not built with emerging markets in mind. So we are able to solve those little problems in emerging markets, and we are known for doing the little things that the bigger competitors are missing. So these are one of the things that set us apart.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, could you tell us about your plans, strategy plans for the near future, around year or 2 years?
Okay, for this current round, we are trying to use it to, our milestone is to expand into 5 new cities. Then we want to grow our usership from 50,000 customers to 500,000 customers. Then we want to strengthen our product development efforts towards our super app, to launch our super app fully, and also to hit $4 million annual recurring revenue.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any questions else? Okay, so Kate, let's continue.
Thank you.
Yeah, the next one is Emil from Enroute Startup from Israel again.
Hello, everyone. So I'm not Emil, I'm Aviv Frenkel, the co-founder and CEO of Enroute.
Nice
So let me share my screen, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes, just put full screen.
Full screen.
Yeah, all good?
Yeah, that's okay. Let's start.
Great. So let's embark on a journey to the future. It's the year 2030. You get into the car, you say the address, and the car starts driving by itself. And for the next 20, 30, 40 minutes, people will be captive audience in mobility. Because if this future will come, it will create a new currency. This currency is free time. Morgan Stanley forecasts that this time stands for 600 billion hours, free for people to do lots of things. But we argue that already today, millions of people are using self-driving cars that look like this. Because when you take a train, a bus, a taxi, or a ride-hailing car, you are in a self-driving car with a driver. You have free time, you're a captive audience. And one of the things people do with the free time is very interesting. They shop. So apparently in the UK, 20% of all online shopping occurs every morning between 7 and 9 a.m. That's more than $28 billion each year. Only in the UK, only between 7 and 9 a.m., only in mobility. The numbers are staggering. And the problem for mobility companies is that they're allowing people for free time, but somebody else makes money on this free time. So they're missing on this huge e-commerce opportunity. And that's where we come in. We've developed a commerce and loyalty layer, which is an SDK installed into mobility or payment apps to give users the best offers during their en route time. So in the background, we understand what is the context of the ride, and we understand who are the passengers, and we want to give them more than getting them from point A to point B. And if we have this equation and we add businesses, we can do something a bit crazy, and that is allowing people to ride for free. So how do they ride for free? Well, it's like a game. The ride starts, and through the app they're using to order the ride or pay for the ride, they get a message: listen, you have 20 minutes until you arrive. Why don't you use your free time, buy stuff from your favorite retailers, and with every product you buy, you decrease the amount you have to pay for the ride until you get a free ride, because the retailers are paying for the ride. There's lots of heavy lifting in terms of technology and product to make it as seamless as possible and as personalized as possible. And one more thing we're delivering is all about location. So if you see this nice gentleman who's traveling back home, he wants to buy actually a cake for his kids. So we're building our product to be able to tap into inventory systems in locations along the route or next to the destination for this gentleman to click and collect. And this is an even more sustainable way to shop, because when you click and collect, you don't ask for a delivery. Usually don't return whatever you're buying. We have a very large network of retail partners. We are working today in a few territories, in Germany with Deutsche Bahn, also in Singapore with Comfort Delgro and Metro de Madrid, launching soon in other areas. And what's in it for our mobility partners? It's a new revenue stream. We can help them create a stickiness effect to their service, help them know passengers better through valuable data, and it's a win-win-win situation. So join the ride, because we are already en route.
Thank you so much for great pitch. So, dear judges, you please your questions, your feedback, help our startups to become better. Yes, please.
What is your business model? It's subscription for partners?
So basically, we're like a wallet. We're taking a fee, a transaction fee on a percentage of each purchase. Second, the business model is basically data. So we have data packages. So mobility companies know maybe how many rides do they do, especially the more traditional ones. So we can help mobility companies know their passengers better. So actually, if we're taking the German rail company, Deutsche Bahn, we can tell our counterparts there that people who are traveling between, let's say, Potsdam and Berlin like to buy sports gear. They can use this data to offer Nike or Adidas to advertise on board the train, or open a shop or a pop-up shop in one of their stations. And the third business model is product placement. So if let's say a retailer wants to promote itself or promote one of its products, they're paying us extra to be higher within the shopping feed, which is a bit like how Google makes money.
Okay, thank you so much. So what is your revenue right now?
So we're an early stage company. We're in the pilot phase, so we can be considered pre-revenue, but we're launching in the next few weeks with our first long-term collaboration with a major mobility service. I hope to update you soon on these projects.
I just did not quite catch who own the buses, as an example, and why the people who own the buses want to give to someone rides for free. Can you explain once more?
Sure, I can show you. This is how it looks like in Singapore. So this is the taxi app that we're working with in Singapore. And the ride starts, and through the app people are using to order or pay for the ride, they get this message, which is shop now, ride for free, or ride for less. And then when they tap, they get transferred into the shopping feed. There's a short explanation, and they can either go to any of our retail partners, and whatever they're buying, they're collecting credits towards their next ride, or there's a personalized shopping feed In the very near future, we will show them also items which are available next to the destination. So let's say you're traveling to the city center and there's a Nike shop, you want to buy a pair of Nike shoes, and you can order the Nike shoes, click and collect them when you get into the destination. So the retailers are happy to pay for these rides because it's their marketing budget. It's an affiliation fee. We're using the affiliation fee to pay for the rides.
Okay, I see. And you have pilots today already?
Sure. In many places, it's a loyalty scheme paid by others.
Yeah, I see. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's continue in chat with Kate.
Yes.
Announce our next participant, please.
Thanks, great pitch. The next one is Jade, Autism. I'm sorry if I made a mistake in pronunciation. Correct me, please.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, it's correct. It's Jade, Autism. I'm gonna start right now.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, just a second. Okay, starting now. Hi, I'm Ronaldo Coyne. I'm the CEO of Jade Autism. We are a game-based platform. We provide data for better decisions on treatment and education for children with autism, ADHD, and Down syndrome. Our story started in 2017. I'm father of an autistic child, and I decided to start our research to understand the challenge and the relationship between the therapy and the parents. And during this research in the biggest institution of therapy in Brazil, we found out these top 6 problems with the parents and the professionals. But it's really interesting because these top 6 problems are based in one only problem, that is the incapability of the professional to have enough data to take the right decision, what sometimes leads everybody in a wrong way therapy, losing 6 months, 1 year, 1 year and a half in a wrong way therapy, and time is money for everybody. So in 2018, we released Jade Autism. This platform is split in 2 parts. We have the part to the family that have cognitive games that already stimulates the kid, but in background, we have a technology with algorithms that can collect behavior data of the kid during the play. It's not the results of the game, but data of the kid that is being collected during the play of aspects of the kid, of cognitive aspects. So this app today have 1,500 different game levels that it's split in 6 categories. And while the kid is playing, we keep collecting this data, and in real time, this data becomes reports of prognostic and development to the professional. So, for example, we have a data about attention, and attention comes previously the learning. So if you can know where is the highest and the lowest level of attention of the kid, we can know why this kid is not learning to read or to write. So now we have 85,000 downloads around the world. We have 55 paying institutions around the world. Our business model is really simple. We have a B2C to the families with content inside the app, and we have B2B to institutions that pay per patient per month to receive the reports in real time. This market is huge. We have USA is the biggest in the world, but we have also UK that spend 32 billion pounds per year only with autism. There is no app in the world that does what we do. We have these reports dynamically without subjectivity. We earned the GITEX Future Stars in Dubai in December as the World Cup of Startups. And this is our team. We have, for example, Dr. Marcelo Mazrua. I think we're gonna end the time now, but that's it. We were in the Oxford University, a global entrepreneur program from the DIT UK, and we are in Hub 71 of Abu Dhabi. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for great pitch. So guys, any questions, any feedbacks?
Jade, it's Lisa. I have a question. Are you clinician only led, or could I as a parent buy your app?
Both. We have blocked content inside the app to the family. The app is freemium. You can download for free and use the app, but we have content inside the app. And you as a parent, if you want to have this content, you pay a fee per year to use the app. and we have a B2B to the institutions that is separated of this other business model that pays per patient per month to receive in real time the reports of the patient to the professionals.
And have you got a digital therapeutic approval on this product yet?
No, we don't. We for the countries that we are working it, we are classified as digital health. So we are just support of decisions. So we don't. We just need a clinical test. Then that we already have it very strong here in Brazil and in Abu Dhabi.
Okay, and what are your plans for Europe?
Yeah, we have already HQ in phase of infrastructure in London, and we are in Brazil, and we are also in Abu Dhabi. So we are looking for investments to structurate these 2 points, because we believe this is very strategical parts of the world, considering that MENA is a region that has a lot of a big part of the population with special needs, and London. Even considering the Brexit, it's a strategical region to go to Europe. And so that's why we are on the way to in this movement to London, to UK and UAE.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Any other questions, guys?
Hi, Jade, it's Angelo here.
Hi,
nice
Angelo.
presentation. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much.
So your project comes not only with a business purpose, but it also has a very good positive impact. I'm interested to understand what are the community engagement actions that you are running right now and that you are planning to run in the future.
Yes, I'm not sure if I understood the question. I understand it. You're asking about the social impact. Is that?
No. So in order to let people know about your product, right? There are different marketing actions that you are taking so far, but for a product like yours, you need to build and nurture your audience and community that then will adopt your product. So what are the actions that you have been taking so far in order to do that? So to engage a specific community, which is part of your market.
Okay, we are until 4 months ago, we didn't have money to marketing. So we were the first 45,000 users that we have was 100% viral in all the world. So we prepared only the platform for this, building the platform in English, Spanish, and Portuguese in the first way. Now we have in Arabic too. And after that, with investment that we received already, we started to build a plan of marketing to these regions that we are working in, and we are having a very good feedback about this. For example, not 100% about the public, but 2 days ago we were with the president of Brazil. If you were in my LinkedIn, you're gonna see the pictures. We are getting famous here in Brazil and in the UAE. In UAE because of the award of GITEX Future Stars that we earned. We was the champion, but about to even grow the company and becomes known and validated for everybody to build a marketing interesting for us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fantastic, great job. Thanks, Jade.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So, dear judges, please don't forget to vote for our startups today. It's very, very important. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next one is Miraqules. Hi, guys. Introduce yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. I hope all can see my screen. So my name is Sabir. I'm the technical co-founder of Miraqules, and I have with me my childhood friend as well as co-founder of Miraqules, Dr. Mobin Medda. So
You represent Saudi Arabia, yes?
Sorry?
What's the country you represent today?
India.
India.
We are from India.
Great.
So we have developed a compound that can stop bleeding 5 times faster than any other solutions out there. I started developing this product because of this man sitting just beside me. He is my father. This photo has a huge significance to me because on that very same day, he had an accident. And I still remember my desperation and failure to stop his bleeding with my cloths, gauges, or whatever was available at that point. Thanks to God, my father got saved, but around 5.8 million people bleed to death annually, and many more suffer. In fact, the American College of Surgeons have started a campaign to make people aware about stopping the bleeding activities. In fact, the US Senate went on to introduce a bill about it, and we at Miraqules have developed this powder, a simple powder that can make a difference between life and death. This powder, we have compared it with a gold standard solution present in this market, that is Silox. Silox is a compound that is already approved by US FDA. It is used by Israeli army. It is used by US army. And here is the result. Stop bleed clotted the blood much earlier than the gold standard solution. And now the next video I'm going to show you, it's a bit bloody. So in this video, what we have done is we have cut the largest, one of the largest arteries of our body. And if that gets cut, a person can bleed out to death in just 5 minutes. Throughout this study, we have followed the protocols mentioned by US military. And here you can see that there is a blood pool is coming out of this cavity, and now you have applied the powder. So the application of powder is very simple. You just need to pour it and hold it to that area so that it doesn't get dislodged. And you can see the moment we have applied this powder, the bleeding has stopped because there is no traces of blood throughout this cavity. And now when you are taking out this clot, you can see it's a clean area and the bleeding already has stopped. Now, this is not only the single product that we have. We have all a portfolio of products which are waiting in the lab for their turns to come into the market along the way of the journey. And as you have already seen, we have developed the first product, now waiting for the FDA approvals, following which we'll be entering into the market with 3 hospitals and 5 distributors around the globe. And we will be getting a $16 gross margin on every bottle we will sell. And also we will be soon going to start our piloting with Indian and Israeli Defense Force. And these are our precious partners like Y Combinator, Mass Challenge Israel, who have funded us in the past. So come join us, as we will not only make millions of dollars, but we will also save millions of lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions, guys?
So with regards to scaling this project, it's your intention to approach institutions or to go through retail channels to the general public? I'm assuming this is similar to platelets. And so you're looking to, are you looking to approach the general public, put these things in first aid kits? Or are you looking to go to institutions where they'll use it on a daily basis?
So you have actually got this at the right position. It's actually, so first of all, there are 2 stages. At the first stage, we are going to B2B and B2G model. But at the end, the aim is to bring this product to every first aid box in the world. And for that, we'll go to B2B2C model.
So much. So, dear judges, please be more active, a little bit more active. Open your camera, give your feedback to our startups, give some questions, help them to be better.
Lena, I have a question. May I?
Yes, please.
Hi, guys. How does Silox compare with Quick Clot? Right, Quick Clot is made from kaolin, which I understand. But what are the advantages to Silox? Because Quick Clot is already in the market and has a significant presence, right, in terms of sales revenues. And what is it that you are doing different in the Silox that Medline Industries or others cannot imitate?
Okay, so so the first thing is Silox, Quick Clot, Exeostat, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐬𝐬. I can name out like tens of products like that. And I can also tell you how to make those products, because those are single polymer based products. Like You can take chitosan, you can purchase chitosan, that material which is it made of, freeze dry it, you got it. That's it. Here, even if I tell you the key components of this product, nobody can reverse engineer this, like reproduce it, because it cannot be reverse engineered. Our product is made out of couple of known biopolymers, and it's a new compound. It's an entirely new compound that we have invented by ourselves. We have filed 2 patents today.
Then I have a question. I understand this product and the market. I think in your presentation, you mentioned that you are trying to seek FDA approval 510K, right? And I think that this just means you will have to file the approval for a brand new product because you are using biopolymers, whether it is PHA, PLA, doesn't matter. Those might be your proprietary things. This process and journey would be very long to seek an independent approval of a new product, right?
Right. So we are not doing that. Like there are 2 things. One, when we are filing patents, we are saying we are unique and there is no other product like this. When we are going for 510K, we are saying, no, we are not unique. We are like, we have just similar to what you have previously approved. And that's how we are going through 510K. We submitted our documents last year, November. We got the response from the FDA. Now we have to do a couple of studies that we have already completed. And by the first week of May, we are submitting the FDA responses. That's it.
So just one last question, a 10-second answer if you can. How is your product better than the competitors, technically and price-wise both? Just a short answer.
It's almost 5 times faster than anything. And from the price point in India, it will be around half of the price of the existing solutions.
Fantastic. I like your product. All the best.
Thank you, Gaurav.
Any other questions? No?
Okay, so good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The next one is 𝐬𝐻ALE e-commerce from United Arab Emirates. Jack.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, let me just share my screen. Okay, great. You should be able to see my screen now.
Yes.
Hi. Okay. So yeah, hi everyone. I'm Jack. I'm the co-founder of eWhale. So eWhale aims to establish an integrated B2B and B2C ecosystem for international products, bringing them to many different markets worldwide. So first, I think it's best if we go over the challenges that the people we're working with face. So for the supplier challenges, wholesalers generally tend to steer away from B2C e-commerce websites. 85% of the trade in the region occurs through offline revenues. There are high costs associated with doing so for them, such as logistics, packing procedures, trade license in the target country, and the manpower to manage the marketplace. And when you see that there's a new marketplace opening pretty much every day, for an individual supplier, it just does not make business sense to operate on them. So for marketplace challenges, first and foremost, there's high costs associated to supply acquisition. Marketplaces have entire budgets set aside for this. Another issue is the time lag they face in content creation. They need to ensure that the supplier can conform to their product attribute requirements. They're also limited to local suppliers. They cannot facilitate the onboarding of international suppliers. Finally, marketplaces are moving in an autonomous direction, and this leaves no provision for account management for these suppliers. And when they're on 15, 20, 25 marketplaces around the world, it's important to have someone that they can contact if they have any issues regarding this. So our business model. So what we aim to do is combat all those challenges faced by suppliers and marketplaces by handling the entire process for them, from content creation to pickup and packaging and marketplace management. We're building a system where to a supplier, we're just another purchaser, but with the power of hundreds. And to a marketplace, we're just another supplier, but with a catalog of thousands. So the market opportunity, the offline B2B trade in the region is worth approximately $900 billion. We're not trying to create a new market here, but rather trying to bring the existing market to the next stage of its evolution. Our engine, so currently we represent over 1 million SKUs with 80 team members comprised of full-time, part-time, freelancers and interns. And in 2020, we saw a turnover of $1.1 million with a 4% net profit. So at our core, we are a technology company. Through the use of integrations and internal platforms, we aim to be able to list any supplier in the world on every marketplace in the world. And this is all at no cost to the supplier or the marketplaces. To sum up, we're attempting to Uberize the e-commerce ecosystem. We do not own the products, the warehouses, nor do we have a website to sell through, meaning the limit of scale is boundless. We can take any supplier everywhere and provide any marketplace with products from everywhere. That's all for the pitch. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for great pitch. You can close your deck. So, dear judges, we again waiting for your feedback and questions. Who would like to be the first one?
Do you have 1 million in your revenue, or it is GMV, some kind of GMV?
That's GMV, that's total sales on all our products.
Okay.
So, do you have any competitors?
So in terms of competitors, direct, no. Competitors generally come in the form of aggregators. So these are people who represent a multitude of suppliers in their local region and generally help to take them to market through online avenues and occasionally internationally. So what we do actually is work with these competitors. So we can onboard an aggregator in the same way we can onboard a supplier. You know, for us, it's actually easier because they're representing a far larger catalog, but it's still just one channel for us to communicate through.
I see, thank you.
And what is your year-over-year growth rate?
So between 2019 and 2020, we saw approximately 20% growth. We had a lot of switching in models in that time, so it's not a good indicator, I'd say. But post-investment, we're looking to scale 5 times in the next 12 months.
This year, you are going to multiply your revenue 5 times, yeah?
Again, it's dependent on investment, but yeah, providing we can put the technologies in place, there is no reason whatsoever why we can't scale.
Okay, okay.
Can I ask what stage?
Lena, can I ask one question?
Hi, Gaurav. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hi, how is your solution different than other cross-border e-commerce companies? They also offer the similar listing and the convenience to go live across the globe, right? What is it you're doing technologically or feature-wise, characteristic difference in your business model?
Yeah, so again, I think who you're referencing, that's more to do with the aggregators. So they start in a specific country, they take a lot of suppliers on board, and they help to get them to market in different countries. So from an operation point of view, we handle more than them. So from the supplier, we're doing pickup, and from there, they're done. And the same with the marketplace, we are delivering to the marketplaces, and there's nothing required from the marketplace beforehand. And now these general aggregators, they will help put them in contact with the marketplaces from a supplier perspective. They might give them some guidelines on how to operate, but there is they do not provide the same level of operation that we do.
Wouldn't that impact your gross margins and net profit margins?
Sorry, what was that?
Wouldn't that impact your profit margins by offering the pickup and the delivery supply as well?
I mean, it's all cost plus.
Yeah.
So it's all cost plus pricing. So this is all factored into the retail price of the good at the end. And on every good we sell, we're making a margin of 20 to 25%.
You still make 20-25%?
Yeah, on every sale. So again, we benefit from the scale that we aim to operate in. You know, the cost of one supplier to sell on the marketplace in the UAE is the same cost that we will face for all the suppliers in that country. You know, so we're essentially diversifying those costs. And at the same time, we're paying nothing in upfront costs. Everything, all costs are linked to the sale. So until we sell something, we're not paying any money. You know, we own no assets.
Thank you
so much. Any other questions? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dear judges, I remember you about voting. It's important. Please do it. Let's continue. Kate, you are muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to ask Lisa. I think she wanted to ask something. No?
Oh, it's okay. I can take it offline. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
The next one is Farmula. Ibrahim.
Hi, good afternoon. Let me quickly share my screen. Can you see my screen clearly?
Yeah. From which country do you speaking to
I'm
us.
in Nigeria.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So good luck,
afternoon.
and let's start.
All right, then, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ibrahim Abdul Malik, and I head operations at Farmula, where we're building the future of food distribution in Africa. I'm building it alongside two other stellar colleagues of mine, and we have over 2 decades of experience spanning engineering, agri-tech, and fast-moving consumer goods. Now, if there's anything you know about Africa, you know we're big on our food. The industry employs over 70% of our labor force, and we spend over 50% on average of our incomes on food. Yet, the B2B distribution of food is largely inefficient. This means that almost every aspect of food distribution is still manual. We are looking at the fact that that's a core problem. And the fact that there are no digital systems means that there is no data. We can't collect the data needed to make our decisions data-driven manually. We need to automate that process. At the end of the day, when you look at players across the chain, they operate in silos. So when you look at it, you see that there's a lot of failure of interoperability between the players. What Farmula is aiming to do is to change the way food is being distributed fundamentally through 3 steps. We reduce fragmentation by building integrated logistics and partnerships with suppliers. We increase automation by building out proprietary apps for distributors and retailers to be able to interact. And then through their interactions, we're able to build real-time data that enables us to manage relationships between retailers and distributors. We're currently running our pilots, and every week we see 11% growth of our retailers, 49-minute average delivery time that we've been able to record over 1,300 orders, $1.2 million of lifetime sales recorded, and 10% week-on-week growth of distributors that are onboarded on the platform. Each time a retailer wants to place an order, they can do this either through phone calls or over WhatsApp. It's not compulsory for them to download any new applications. Now we send those requests to the distributors to confirm that the order is available, and then we send it to third-party logistics who pick up and deliver to the retailers. Now, each time these transactions happen, on a 100,000 naira transaction, which is approximately 220. Our edge is we're building the first full-scale solution for B2B food supply chains in Africa. We're giving retailers a solution that allows them to be able to seamlessly get inventory that they want. We're making a dead simple software for third-party logistics to be able to onboard themselves and ensure that we're doing less than 60-minute delivery windows. And distributors also have a simple solution that allows them to automate their primary processes, purchasing from producers and selling to retailers. And when you look at the flywheel of activities that happen, we're able to fundamentally change the way food is being distributed between businesses. This allows us to gather data that changes how food is produced and even ultimately priced. What we're looking to do over the next 2 years is to build up a credit rating between the retailers that are having interactions on the platform and expand within West Africa, North African, and East African markets. Welcome to the future of food distribution in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you so much for great pitch. And it's time for Q&A.
Abraham, I'm Lisa. We've been working on similar projects in Australia, particularly with COVID times and the impacts of disruption to supply chains. I'm interested to understand the traction that you've had with the corporate players and whether or not InsurTech is an angle to your business.
Yeah, so in terms of the corporate players, the value proposition that we're offering to them is the data that we're able to collect from the field. As at now, they leverage very expensive consultants in order to gather data, but what we're doing is we're looking at the actual interactions between the distributors who stock their goods and retailers who buy their goods, and then we're giving them access to this data. In terms of InsurTech, the angles that we've been exploring, especially with the retailers, what you'll notice is a lot of times they need access to credit, and insurance does boost their the robustness of the credit that they are able to get access to. So what we're looking at is simple daily pay solutions that allow them to insure their goods against burglary and arson. And lastly, what we're also looking at is the fact that since it's a very hectic business, they go days when they are ill. So there's a bit of kickback that they can get when they do not even open their stores at all. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Graham, I have a question.
Yes, please.
All right.
So you mentioned in your presentation that you charge about $2 per transaction, and you have had about $1 million in transaction on your platform already, right? What is the kind of revenues and gross margins you have made on the current transactions?
So total sales that we've been able to do is $1.2 million. And the way that we make money is we charge very slim margins to the distributors because they actually make slim margins. So we charge 0.65% on average to the distributors. For the retailers, we give them a fixed charge for every order that they make. And then for the logistics who do the pickup and deliveries are able to access new markets each time a retailer places an order. So we charge them up to 30% for every delivery that they make.
What revenues have you generated from these transactions so far?
So far, I've been able to generate $6,800.
$6,800? Great, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other feedback or questions? Yes, please. Okay. So, Kate, let's continue.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
No? Any other questions? Okay. I missed our 10th participant. Are you with us, 𝐸𝐽? I see you right now, but something. I tried to write him. While Lena, I think you can remind about
Just a moment. Just a moment.
Probably crypto world is changing too fast.
Yes. You can check if every startup has their votes.
Okay, guys, the 10th one has technical problems, I guess. Because I saw him.
Yeah.
Online. Well, sometimes happens, right? Until we have free internet for everyone in all countries of the world, we cannot omit such problems as internet providers and things like that. Okay, then that is it, I guess. Dear judges, please finish your voting because in exactly 2 minutes, we will close the votes and we will know who the winner is, who will represent Middle East and Africa in the finals on May 13th. World Finals, we already have representatives from North America, Eastern Europe, from Asia, and next week, we're gonna have another unicorn battle and another representative from another region of the world. Okay, so 1 minute has passed while I was talking, another 1 more minute to go. And dear judges, while you're doing this, please pay attention to our poll. Can I have poll published, please? We do little surveys in different parts of the world. It says to me, hosts and panelists cannot vote. What's happened to the poll? So we do little surveys in different parts of the world, and then we publish our own, the results of the survey. It's always interesting to know what people think, and these surveys give us opportunity to scan the investors. And because we sometimes get really different opinions towards simple subjects from Latin America to Asia, and it's always really excites me to know how diverse we are, how do we treat things differently, how do we overcome challenges differently, and it makes us stronger and gives startups great opportunities because they will know the insights. Because nowadays, sometimes you cannot be successful in your region, but when you go with your problem solution to another region, here you have the market. Okay, we have a poll right now. Please choose the answer that is relevant to you, or you can choose many answers and push a submit, and we'll talk about this some more during our networking session, which will be in a minute. Okay, and girls, do you know who the winner is?
Right now, no, just a moment. We have some.
That was while getting ready for our networking session, I was reading a lot on the region. And what was really interesting to me, that so many potential opportunities that we not living in the Middle East and Africa do not see. Because last battle we are talking that Eastern European region is underestimated. I think Middle East and Africa is very underestimated, because in the Middle East, the population, just think about it, 31% of the population is under age of 15. Europe, America, Asia, nothing can compete with it. Very, very young population. And that is great potential for a lot of startups coming, for a lot of young people doing great things for all of us living on this planet. And I think we'll see many, many more unicorns coming out of these regions. Okay, let's see. Do we have a potential unicorn out of our winners today?
It's some magnetic storm under the globe today, because all things.
They have technical problems to them, maybe. So we need just a moment.
Well, which is good. You can see the vote results and add it up in your calendar or
Yeah.
in your calculator.
Yeah. We
Maybe
can
we
see,
can
but we
just-
cannot publish.
Anna, maybe we can just announce without special slide.
Maybe.
Yeah, of course. So we're ready. Yeah, so let's start. So guys, thank you again for great pitches. And third place today at Unicorn Battle MENA and Africa goes to Miraqules.
Wow.
Applause, guys. Yeah. So second place is go to Enroute.
Whoa. A lot of
and the winner of Unicorn Battle MENA and Africa at April 15 is Ottopia Technologies.
Ottopia. Wonderful. That is really great.
Congratulations, guys.
Yes.
Great
And
job.
great Independence Day to Ottopia. He said it was a celebration, so he has
it's a good prize.
he has many more
it's present
reasons to celebrate. Yeah, right now. Okay, Ottopia, get ready for the finals. And you will be contacted by our event managers. And okay, while everybody is online, let's talk about it, the region. Dear judges, I would like to talk to you, to our panelists, and also we have guests joining us. So let's talk about it, about the Middle East. I started talking that the region is underestimated. To me, it was really surprising to know how young population is in the Middle East. And what is more, according to the TechCrunch statistics, there are many more women participating in the startups than in any other region of the world. Women as founders, C executives, and please, dear judges, tell me if you have an already feedback from investing into the region. What is your feedback? How do you see, is it this region will be game changer to all the startups ecosystem all over? Okay, let's start. Frederick, do you have the history of investing into the either African startups or Middle East startups?
Yeah, hi Anna, thanks for the question. It's an interesting topic. No, we haven't. And the reason is, as I mentioned to your colleagues before, is that many of the startups we talk to from this region actually originate from another region, and they have a second office in Dubai or in Africa, South Africa is a lot as well, But that's not really startups we have come across that are originating from the region. And that might be that they're focusing on other areas than we are focusing on, But I can see in some other areas where I'm talking to startups within new energy, batteries and everything, that's coming from Africa now. So it's starting, as you say, to be a lot of developments, especially as they're jumping across the development we have been through with all the emissions and everything. They can shortcut that to go right into clean energy. So I see a lot of focus in that area.
Yes, but what was your pick from our poll? What did you answer?
It's hard to find, actually.
Hard to find.
Yeah, hard to find in this region right now compared to other regions.
Okay, I hope we are helping you at least.
As always, and it's always great connections here.
Yeah, we are doing really great job because we scan a lot of startups, and really only the
best ones get to pitch live. And I hope you enjoy what you hear. Okay, I see Kiss is looking at me. Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary.
I can say something. Yeah, I can say something too, because we're
Kiss, I will be back with you. Yeah, Gary.
We're spending a lot of time in Africa. So we're spending time in South Africa. Actually, one of my companies is she's a Zulu from East Africa called PrimU. Another one of my companies is Spotter. So we just had a trip 2 weeks ago down to Nigeria and Lagos, and we spent 1 week down in Lagos, meeting with startups, meeting with AI Saturdays. We're working with companies in Zambia. So we were spending a lot of time. And, as we say, intellectual capacity is evenly spread, but opportunities aren't. Really what you're providing here on is really a bridge. We see companies that are in fintech, especially in places like Nigeria. Most people don't realize that Nigeria's got 206 million people. So it's untapped. They're 1.2 billion on the continent. Look at places like Egypt. So what we need to do is, the key is to be able to get the word out from them. The AI capabilities that I've seen is really incredible. I thought it would just be in Eastern Europe, working in Russia and Ukraine and Belarus myself, but it's not. And so what we're doing, we're actually, putting our money where our mouth is. We're going down, we're working with those startups. We're giving scholarships to startups to get them inside of the ecosystem. And the kind of growth, I had one company yesterday that's growing 20% a month and now spreading throughout Africa. So what I would say is, Warren Buffett said, always go in the opposite direction of the market. If you want to find opportunities, like when Russia and Ukraine, when I started going there in 1992, and people said, oh, why would you go? There's nothing there. Well, everything changed in the late 90s, 2000s. So the key is to get in there before other people do. Is it going to be a little bit different culturally? Absolutely. But you need to adapt to be able to win.
Yeah. Thank you, Gary, for sharing that with us. What was your answer? Paul.
Same thing. They're not enough startups, but part of the situation is you got to go out and find them. It's, you can sit in your office and search, sure, with the digital transformation, but the other thing is you need to get out. So, we're going out, we're going to the places, we're going to, Zambia, South Africa, Nigeria, you got to spend some time there.
Okay, thank you, Gary. Well, stick with us. We'll have many more startups coming during this season and the next ones also. Okay,
Sure.
Keith, you are investing cross continents there and here and there. Is Africa and Middle East on your investment map as well?
So about 4 years ago, we had quite a few investments in the region. It seems as though what Gary had mentioned is that the companies originate in other regions, and Africa is the test case. And so we agree with regards to the potential, but what's interesting is that it seems that the adoption is very slow. And so, we were very optimistic to see growth and along the lines of what Gary was talking, but it just hasn't really been sustainable. So these projects, they'll scale and then they somewhat stall a bit. And it seems as though there's an adoption issue. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in future projects. But at this point, we're just looking at projects. There's a lot more that are coming out, obviously, with access to more technology. So we see more projects, but again, we're a lot more reluctant because of what our experience has been in the not too, fairly recently. 4 years, it goes by quick, but it seems like it was yesterday. So we still think there's great potential there. It's just a question of finding the right projects. And we saw some great things today that are, fantastic. But, there's a big difference between Africa and the Middle East, right? Yeah. So we have to be mindful of that. It's night and day.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. But still, I was very fascinated with how quick you say that they're reluctant, but still things are changing very, very fast. In Africa, for example, they had like 400 billion, if I'm not mistaken, 400 million investments in 2015, and in 2020 it reached 2 billion. That is what very fast change, and it will the pace I hope will keep up. Middle East is outperforming Africa, of course. Thank you, Keith, a lot. And I see Lisa, and I know.
Anna, can I say one thing?
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so powerful. I just put a board member of the NAACP, so it's a top Black group in the United States, on our board because of our efforts in Africa. I mean, I know it's not easy, but I can tell you there's companies like Flutterwave, Patrice, Spotter. I mean, these companies are really world class. They just haven't had a chance to shine. We say it's like having a Ferrari in the garage. You need to get it out, and you need to put it on the track and run it. And so I can tell you directly, from some of the, I'm dealing in Dubai also with some extremely high net worth individuals there and mining companies, but Africa is just untapped. It's not easy, it's challenging, but figuring it out, I mean, it's going to be years before people figure it out. The good news is we're in there. It's not easy to get there. I mean, the kind of things you got to put up with are like the kind of things we had to do in the Ukraine and Russia back in the early 90s, but that's it. If you don't come in, you never get a chance to play. So I think, Keith, it's changed in the last 4 years. For my own personal opinion, it's gotten a bit easier, and it's just there's vibrancy. It's like AI Saturdays in Nigeria. They didn't have those then, right? Where they would really curate those AI companies and unsupervised, semi-supervised AI clusterizations, all kinds of things all technologies that are right on par with where we are. Are they there completely yet? No, but they're moving very, very quickly. So we want to be right in the middle of it.
Yep. I totally support you, Gary. Yes. And statistics also shows that besides numbers that are growing, the number of countries that have been funded also is growing. It was Big Four, like Nigeria, Kenya, Egypt, South Africa, and right now Ghana is receiving a lot of investments. And over the whole region, United Arab Emirates is a great player. It is in the Middle East, it's also in the Africa, and a lot of money coming from Dubai to all those regions. So we see a speed up. And
yeah, I mean, Triodos, I had Triodos on my show yesterday. No, 2 days ago, Stanley. I mean, they got a $4.9 billion fund, and he's the advisor to Philips for impact and focused on Africa. Philips, the company, right, in the Netherlands. And so when you start talking about that kind of money, and the other thing is family offices, I don't know how many we have here today, but we're dealing with some of the top family offices worldwide. And they're really interested in impact investing. The key is, how can we make a dent in the universe by giving people jobs and creating opportunities for them? Because if not, the other side is not good. So let's work on, anyhow, it's about profitability. It's not just about entitlement. It's about coming in and actually creating jobs and creating opportunities for everybody to win.
Absolutely, Gary. Yes. Lisa, about women founders, another great thing about Middle East and Africa, as I mentioned, that a lot of women founders and also participate in the startup C-executive, and startups are more likely to invite women to work for them than in many other regions. What's your opinion towards that? And do you see that this change is a recent change, or it has been there for many years?
I'm surrounded by so many beautiful, powerful entrepreneurial women in these markets. So I have a positive confirmation bias, right? Look, I think the pandemic has really inspired entrepreneurship. Everyone has had an opportunity to stop, think, and reflect, and to consider what they're going to recreate. And women are very active participants in that dialogue. And I love what Gary said about impact. Many of the business opportunities that I see are women who are looking to change the status quo on healthcare, on education, on access to clean water and sanitation, on renewable energy. And I'm really inspired by their resilience and their enterprise. So no, I think this is a perfect time. And I'm really inspired also to see the EIC put a very significant focus on funding and supporting women, and ensuring that every European investor has a strong focus on being inclusive to female entrepreneurs in portfolio, that we give constructive feedback if they apply and they are refused. And we give coaching to help and support them so that next time they may be successful. And most importantly, to prioritize them for funding. We only get 2% of the ticket, and so we've got a long way to go to making it equitable. And I think one of the key things is all of the solutions that I shared are solutions that are going to have a massive economic and social impact for the future.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Dr. Jamal, you're from Saudi Arabia. If you can tell us a little bit, how does it look from your perspective? I would really appreciate that. Yeah, because Saudi Arabia right now is also on a big change, right? It's more opening to the world, it's changing its rules for us as strangers. So we can enter your country and get acquainted with stressors that it has. What regards to venture investing, startup investing, are the changes that big as well?
Yes, I believe things are changing in the Middle East, mainly in Saudi Arabia, due to the reason that the government is supporting the entrepreneurship path for both young men and women. And I agree with the lady that with Lisa. I think the pandemic moved a lot of people into this direction. The great thing that the government of Saudi Arabia established some sort of a program for higher education, where almost 1 million young Saudi men and women were sent to international universities to get their degrees. varying between bachelor up to the PhD, and they came up with a lot of things that they want to implement in Saudi Arabia.
Cool.
The government is supporting, the private sector is supporting. I think the world, I think Middle East and Africa are changing in no time, and I believe we will see a lot of great opportunities and ventures, but we need to give it some time. It's still new.
Yes, thank you. What was your answer to our poll? What did you pick?
I beg your pardon?
What was your biggest challenge? Like you cannot find enough startups, or there are a lot of startups you cannot. What did you answer?
Mainly it's cultural. We have a big problem in Saudi Arabia. If you failed, it's end of life.
Really?
So people are scared to death from failure. While entrepreneurship, you have to fail. If you don't fail, you don't succeed. You don't succeed. You don't learn. So it's more cultural. We are trying to change this. We are trying to tell people that failure is a badge of honor. There is nothing wrong with failure.
Yep.
Things started to change a little bit, but we need some time, because with culture, it's the change takes some time.
Absolutely.
So this is the main challenge. It's not a matter of money. It's not a matter of ideas, but the fear from failure.
Okay, I wish you all the luck to the region. And it was great seeing you all. It's about to round up. Kate, can you please tell us what will be our next destination for our unicorn battles?
Yes, it will be.
And be sure to stay with us. We are gonna have 4 more battles, if I'm not mistaken, and then again we're gonna have grand finals. Yes, that's our winners. And yep, finally we have them. And okay, so next battle will be in Western Europe. So everyone is invited. I see you in a week in Western Europe. Thank you, Lena. Thank you, Kate. It was really great.
Congratulations again for our winners.
Yes, it was great event with a lot of discoveries, and I see you all online in a week. Thank you.
It's better later than never.
Yes,
So congrats again to our
absolutely.
winners.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. See you.